Astrolabe, whatever. Yes, to be clear, everybody, it's labeled down below Grixis Control. That's for the boomers who played Alara Limited and have never been able to give it up. It's now called, and this is what the TikTokers and the kids are calling it, Maestro's Control. That's what I call it because I'm in the know about these things. So just, keep all of this in mind. It's a snow mountain on my side. I know not everybody is really savvy with the latest trends related to Magic the Gathering. I am. So there's that. Just keep that in mind. All right, a double fetch there. I get permission from Luis. And it's an island and a swamp. Snow, island, snow, swamp. Baleful Strix. You're supposed to play Baleful Strixes on turn 2. I decided to play it on turn 3 instead, so. Okay. It happens. Expressive Iteration here for Luis. Pretty good. Ponder put into exile. Like a Narset went to hand. Ledgeview says those snowlands are wild. Yeah, they're nice. I really like them a lot. Do I have them here? Oh no, they're in my bag in the other room. I love these snowlands. And for the moment they previewed these snowlands, I connected with Jubilee, the artist, on Twitter. And not that I spoke to them, sorry. I just followed their account. And love the Jubilee art. I hope they get to do more lands for Magic. Or more card art for Magic. Became a big fan. All right. Luis drawing here. Narset. Leaving Caracas up. Force pitching force on Narset.
Good. Yep. Type 1. Yep. 17. And pass it.
Baleful Strix only needs to attack 17 more times and I win.
Fairy is fine.
Mountain swamp.
Yeah. Maestros.
Maestro's miss. Plus, no pass.
People in the chat disapproving of my mismatching forces. You know what? Can I be real with everybody? I'm sick of my forces. I want new Force of Will art. I really don't like using these particular Force of Wills. Can we just get some new Force of Wills? Just some basic ones. Basic border, basic just some regular boring Force of Wills with new art by a different artist. Teferi on the battlefield. Here's Narset.
Okay.
For now, what I have is these boring, lame Force of Wills. I'm just sick of them already, to be honest. Legacy Hype says they want a new Ponder in DM2. Yeah, I don't know if Ponder made the cut for the set. Is a fetch for Luis.
It's like twice if you don't mind.
SF says if you could pick an artist to do the new Force of Will art, who would you choose? I would choose myself. No. Shoot, I don't know. I really like the new Hildebrand Force of Negation, so maybe that. I'm down for a Hildebrand Force of Will. Jubilee, who made my snow bases, can make a better Force of Will. I think. Here's Ponder. Bud says one of my forces is signed by the original Force of Will artist. Does that make mine mismatched since only one is signed? I don't know. I just don't care about that stuff, to be honest.
Those little sad ponders.
They always are when they versus myself.
People are still like sending their alliance's Force of Wills out to be signed, and I'm just like, I just don't understand what you're doing. Narset is reset here by Urion. Teferi stayed the entire time, just in case. Falling a bit behind now. Yeah, Rebecca Guay could probably do an incredible Force of Will. Some Richard Kane Ferguson cards were previewed from Double Masters. Those arts look great. Yeah, Seb McKinnon, another clown. I hope they don't work with Seb McKinnon anymore. What a clown. Fury.
I'll do 2 and 2.
Fury's going to do some damage here, getting rid of Teferi.
And I'll pass the
Swords to Plowshares on the Fury on end step. Here's Expressive Iteration. Yeah, Luis, I gotta let Luis know the next time because I'm noticing it now. You have to randomize the cards that go on the bottom off Narset. We pointed that out earlier on stream. Rarely ever matters, but yeah. Yeah, Magic the Gathering, not everybody has to be like a what am I trying to say? Whatever. I'm just I'm all over it with in general outside of Magic, out in the real world, bigots, MAGAs, and idiots of all kinds, and I just don't want them in Magic either. So Nielsen and McKinnon and any others, just get the hell out of here. Savine's Reclamation. I have no patience for it. Savine's Reclamation, which is exciting. I'm tired of all the stupid people. Am I the only one? I'm over it. Urion getting bounced to hand here by Teferi. All right, some other people are over it too.
Is that Chris? 3. Good.
What's up, Lou and Il? How's it going? All right, Urion coming back down. Getting a lot of value here, being able to blink the Planeswalkers. I'm tapped out, so they're all coming back. End step with full strength, full loyalty. Sudden Edict getting fired off here, sorcery speed. Just thinking about my lands. Expressive iteration here. Luis pulling way ahead, little by little. Just every activation of a planeswalker, every spell is just burying me in card advantage here. See Force of Will now. Force of Negation in hand. Snapcaster. Unlikely anything really important I try to do is going to resolve at this point. I'm realizing that. Luis pluses to Teferi passes. Here's Brainstorm.
No, there's no breaker. Okay. There's a dungeon in play.
Yeah, exactly, Luanil. If and when I kill these planeswalkers, there's a Zavine's Reclamation waiting in the graveyard to bring them both right back. I got 3 copies, I guess, of the Secret Lair Pixel Lands, the ones that we see on screen right now, and all 3 of my bonus cards were like the boring 2019 crappy foil Jumpstart Basics or whatever they are. So I was really thrilled about that. Wizard of the Coast, stop giving me 2019 basics with my secret lairs. I should write a letter. And I don't do foils anymore unless they're etched. Regular foils, I don't want them. Keep them, Wizards. Keep them. Don't even send them to me. Don't even give me a bonus card if it's going to be a regular foil. I want etched. We want etched, right, everybody? I don't even know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, the persistent. I'm just making a joke, but the persistent petitioner bonus card, which is apparently super rare, is worth quite a bit of money. If you get like the. Actually, I haven't even looked into it, but I think there are 4 or 5 different ones at this point, and they're all really pricey to buy as singles. Is that a big commander card, persistent petitioner? Like. I don't really know where that card is getting used. I'm assuming people play it in Commander, maybe? Or is it used in Pioneer, maybe, or something? Exactly. No one ever buys just one persistent petitioner, yeah. Yeah, the regular petitioners are like $2. I guess it's a Commander thing. Somebody's building like a giant... a all mill deck with a huge amount of petitioners. Here's Brainstorm. All mill or all advisor. Okay, that makes sense.
7 cards?
Yeah, I remember when Shadowborn Apostles were $5. I traded away like 11 of them
18.
for like Shocklands or something, which was great.
No, that's not positioning.
Opposition agent coming down here. I gave Luis a chance to fetch in response rather than try and get him with the opposition agent. Just wanted to cast it in response to this brainstorm. I'm not sure if that was correct. People can let me know what they think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the game nights, and then the Shadowborn Apostles became popular. All right, swords on opposition agent. 4-eye on top. Bloodstain Mire pass. Ponder here for Luis. And a shuffle. Luminil says, if you aren't willing to defend it, limiting the effectiveness of the brainstorm seems okay. Yeah. That was my thinking. I'm limiting the ability to brainstorm shuffle there. Yeah, and he's missing lands too. Power Blast on the brainstorm.
Well, people.
Luis's hand looks quite good though. So I'll just give everybody, since we can't see my hand, I was just drawing lands this game, and Luis is drawing no lands. My hand is all lands.
Land Islands, pass turn.
Like, I think at this point in the game, my 2 cards left in hand were lands.
Yep.
Or it looks like I have 4 cards in hand. 3 of them are lands. 1 of them is like something. I just have a lot of lands. I'm flooding hard. And Luis in the opposite. Which we were talking about. I'm not going to reveal what happens in this game, but we were talking about how you'd rather be stuck on lands than flooding in this situation.
Power Blast on top.
Mystic Sanctuary put Power Blast on top, and here's Hidetsugu consumes all.
First trigger and pass turn.
That's what we were talking about after this match ended.
Okay.
Without giving anything away. Because whenever the land drops come, Luis just has more in hand that's useful, whereas I just had
There you go.
nothing.
This has been a strange game.
Exactly, Luinel. Screw beats flood, especially when there's no pressure, and that's so far what we're seeing in this game. Graveyard's getting exiled,
Make a land drop, pass
so that shuts off any opportunities for Mystic Sanctuary or Snapcaster for Luis, potentially.
under your turn.
Yeah, I think we got a glimpse at my hand just now, and it was 3 lands, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, I got a Force of Will and 2 lands, maybe? I can't quite see my hand. Couldn't make out what was there. But I remember being in the first 5, 6, 7 turns of this game, thinking, please not a land on top, and it was a land. Oh yeah, I do have the Power Blast. Good point. I do have the Power Blast. That's right, buds.
Yep.
All right, discarding Savine's Reclamation to hand size. Hidetsugu becomes a creature, and here's a Ponder, my first cantrip, I think. So Luis has enough lands to function now. I'm fully assuming that this Hidetsugu is not going to last on the battlefield. Him to Turok.
I'll just pick them if you want. Discard these two.
Fluster into Fairy discarded.
Pass turn. Yeah, 3 cards left, right? 3 cards. Oh, I'll make a land drop, sorry. Pass turn.
Another land. Pass. There's a Plains. Teferi Time Raveler. I'll Power Blast that. Luis thinking about Force of Will, Force of Negation, or Fluster Storm in hand as options. Yeah, Savine's Reclamation in the graveyard. Force pitching Fluster to protect Teferi.
Oh, fetch twice.
If my attack after resolve. If your attack after resolve, am I too late to respond when you declare a target? No, I can target and then you can do something. I mean, yeah, it's gonna resolve, so I'm gonna on target force. I'm gonna port your light source. I will close the map.
Force of Negation, Narset. It looks like it's the last 2 cards in Luis's hand.
Well, I was on the stack all for it.
It looks like I'm looking for lands to
No, if resolve.
Force of Will to Fairy.
No, resolve? Yes, resolve. I will sword you one.
2 cards in hand? 2 cards.
So Teferi is countered.
One. With the something. With the bird.
Attack? Trigger?
Hidetsugu attacks, gets a counter.
One shot. One shot. Yeah, it's a ways off. Pass to you.
I mean, you're not winning that way, so.
Passing the turn.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Narset come down. Yep, there's Narset. It'll resolve. Looks like Force of Negation and Ponder were options. Maybe Source of Plowshares as well. Maybe not. It's a Ponder. Passing the turn.
3 cards in hand? 3 cards.
3 cards in hand for Luis. One of them Prismatic Ending.
Fury.
Casting this Fury.
Red. I'll tap like that. Go to combat. Attack for 4.
Attacking for 4.
Trigger. Pass turn.
Get a counter pass. We know Savine's Reclamation is in the graveyard. Luis looking at it. Draws another Narset. Fetches. Looks like 1 card left in hand for me. Tapping 5 now to flash it back. And Teferi Narset are the targets. They'll come in. Bouncing Hidetsugu. Getting a Swords to Plowshare is all for Narset.
Start with the ponder.
There's Ponder.
Cards? Two. That's aggressive, but force.
Force a negation, pitching Ponder on my Ponder. Fury has 3 different things it can attack here. I'm thinking about which one,
Narset.
and I'll go for Narset.
And I'll recast this.
Twiggy says, thanks for the continued content. Hope to join in one of these days. Thank you, Twiggy. Good to have you here. Yeah, I'm not sure why my Ponder was countered. I couldn't draw. I was just trying to rearrange the top of my library. But Luis said no. Wasn't having it. Here's another Narset. Polygono, thanks for the follow. Welcome. And it's a Savine's Reclamation. So now I don't know if everybody can hear the audio loud enough. I don't think so, but I'm laughing right now, and I'm like, ugh, I think I'm so dead. But we'll see. Exile graveyards. That gets rid of whatever was there already.
Yep.
Source of Plowshares on the Fury. We saw that coming. Falling behind a bit here. Both Teferi and Narset on the table, and a Savine's Reclamation in hand. Plenty of mana to cast it and flashback it.
I'll blow up Narset. And I'll
Pyroblast on Narset.
Oh shit, yeah. Shouldn't have done that. Yep.
Okay, I think I'm realizing here I should not have red blasted Narset. Yeah, I mean that didn't seem like it was correct at all. Now, the point we are in this game, I'm thinking like if I can. What was in my hand? If I can flip Hidetsugu, get in at least one attack. Depending on what's in my hand, what my draws are. Here's Prismatic Ending on the Narset, which on the Hidetsugu, which I don't know if I knew was in Luis's hand. Yeah, I don't know. This is just one of these games where I'm just so far behind. Finds a Ruination now. I do have 5 basics. Plus on Teferi.
Two blue, 2 black, 1 red. Good.
Can you grow any number of artifacts at that point?
That's the same guy, right? I'll get rid of Teferi. Pass two.
Yeah, every time I bring it in, it feels okay. It doesn't feel fantastic. Standard back.
Ill Will says, why do you keep in Hidetsugu post board against a control deck? I mean, the chapter 1 doesn't really do a lot usually. If anything, you can blow up some monk tokens. You can blow up some shark tokens. You can blow up some timeless dragon eternalized, things like that. The chapter 1 is not that relevant. Exiling graveyards, I think, is decent, where you're getting rid of their Mystic Sanctuary targets. You're getting rid of their Snapcaster targets, things like that. Savine's Reclamation targets, for example. And then you just get a creature that, you know, they'll have to deal with. So, Hidetsugu Consumes All, not like the most explosive, exciting card in a control matchup, but I don't know. I'm curious what people think. Does anybody disagree with me? Let me know in the chats or the comments, but that's my reason for leaving in Hidetsugu in against blue control decks.
These are the first 4 I would take.
Yeah, at minimum, it's a threat. Yeah.
If there's only 4 cards, that's where everything.
And it adds a little bit other value.
Because you're playing against a deck that's like only has 3 non-base rocks. Not counting me. They only play 3 non-basics. I play
Good.
4. Yeah, I would take out Fill the Room, and I would take out Trap. I take these out because you're not like dying for lands in this stuff. As long as you have 2 or 3 lands, you can go on. So I usually cut lands out to reduce the amount of lands you draw against like control, so you can keep going at it.
Hello,
Like, keep
rotation.
having-
Suro, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
because if you catch me with
There's the Ruination.
it's a draw. It's a draw. Like a draw. Remember this right? It would hit my.
As Expressive Iteration.
Didn't have anything. Yeah. Attack overall. You can't.
Attacking with Urion.
You can't put. You can't.
Bouncing Urion with Teferi, drawing a card. Recasting Urion. Blinking both Planeswalkers. They'll both come back. Full loyalty.
Yep.
Ponder found off Narset.
Yep.
There's Ponder. Still is a Savine's Reclamation in the graveyard, I believe. Which again, Hidetsugu's Consumes All can do something against that. Here's Displacer Kitten, which gets a laugh from me. Engineer Explosives is in hand.
Okay. Yep. Is that infinite now?
It's infinite draws, yeah.
Uh,
I have no win condition this turn. I can just draw a bunch of cards.
So hold on. So this was at 1.
And then I play this.
Cast it. Okay, it happened so fast.
Yeah,
You
that's fine.
cast this, and then you're targeting this.
Yeah, and then targeting this.
Okay. Sure. All right. So
So
then,
then this goes back up to 4. And this
Right,
is
right.
input.
cool.
And then I bounce this and draw a card.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. So you go infinite. I can't respond. Draw your deck. Potentially. Is there?
I don't have a win condition this turn. I just can kind of just like build my hand from here.
Yeah. I'll give it to you. You got it. Because I don't really have a meaningful way to react. Those first like, I don't know, whatever it was, 8 turns of the game where you're like missing land drops and stuff.
You're
All I
just
drew
flooded
was
out of
lands.
lands,
Like if I,
I figured because
if
I
I,
was
if
not
I